Today's video, I want to talk about when is the best time to sell your Legos. So if you're buying Legos because you want to collect them and you just love to play with them or you just love to look at them, that's fine. Do that. That's great. But if you're going to invest in Legos, part of investing not only is the buying of Legos, it's also the selling of Legos and actually making a profit. So when is the best time to sell Legos? Well, one of the things I do is I buy them on sale when I can, or I buy them at retail. I wait for them to retire, and then I normally sit on them for a little bit longer after they retire till they start to appreciate. And my rule of thumb is I wait for them to at least double in price from what I paid for them. Occasionally, you can buy them and actually sell them before they retire. That's only if there's like a real hot set going. For instance, if you had bought the 50th anniversary Disney Lego Castle, there's been a few times throughout this year that Lego was actually sold out. And so this was the Disney store, they were sold out. So you could have bought them then and sold them and maybe doubled your money. But normally I do wait for them to retire and then they start to appreciate quicker. Now, one example of Legos that retired and then went up very quickly is the Stranger Things, the Upside Down house. That set just retired about a year ago and very quickly appreciated. In fact, I bought 9 of the sets. I've already sold 4 of them, and on each of the 4 that I sold, I pretty much doubled my money. I still have 5 sets left. I'm probably going to wait until the last season of Stranger Things comes out, and then I'll probably sell the rest of those, although I may hang on to one set just because it's a really cool set and just as a collector. But that set was unusual that it went up that quick. Probably a little bit more normal would be the Jabba's Palace set 9516. I bought that set back in 2013, retailed for $120, and that set actually had a little bit of controversy about it. Back then, NBC News had talked to Lego, and there were some people that were complaining about that particular set because they thought it resembled a mosque. People thought Lego were being racist, and so Lego said, well, we're going to discontinue that set. I thought, hey, they're discontinuing it. Great. I'm going to go buy a few sets and then it'll probably spike in value. Well, I did buy a few sets. Lego did retire it. They actually didn't discontinue it. They just retired it. And then it did nothing for like 5 years. It went up maybe just a little bit, $10 or $20, but certainly not enough to sell. And then it wasn't until like 2000 that suddenly the price of it started to climb and climb. And today it's worth over $400. So thankfully I did hold on to it for a while until it got up. I think I sold it for around $300 or $350 a while back. But that set just took a while. You know, it took a while to appreciate in value. So sometimes the Lego sets that you buy will appreciate quickly, and sometimes it just takes a while. It's really hard to know what's going to happen beforehand, but you just need to know up front that sometimes sets are going to move up quickly and sometimes they won't. One thing you can do is try to find sets that you think will have a long-term playability or will have a long runway of fun. For instance, these Friends sets that recently are retiring, you can still buy them. They may be a little tough to find, but Lego literally just retired them. I think a good example of what's going to happen with the Friends set or the Seinfeld set is what happened with Big Bang Theory. I bought that set back in 2016. They retired it in 2016. I sat on it for a few years. It really didn't do much of anything for about 3 or 4 years. And then in 2020, it started to go up. I did sell it. I think I paid around $60 for it, ended up selling it for around $200. So it was a nice triple, you know, and it's till today worth about $200. But that's what I suspect these Friends sets will do too. I think they'll probably not do much for the next 2 or 3 years. And then maybe 3 or 4 years from now, they'll start to appreciate, and you'll be able to sell it for probably $150 to $200 a set. Lastly, if you have the money and you have the space, if you find a great set that you really like, go ahead and buy a few extras of them. And then as the price, when it retires, and as the price starts to appreciate, if you can double your money, go ahead and sell one of your sets to get some of your money back. But you don't have to sell them all at the same time. Maybe wait another 3 or 4 months, see what happens to the price, and sell another one. So if you have 4 or 5 sets, you can just sell it periodically, and sometimes they will continue to appreciate. Sometimes they'll get to a certain level, like the Big Bang Theory, and then just kind of flatline. I think it stayed around the $200 to $250 level for the last 2 years or so. But if you have multiple sets, then you can sell one or two and you won't regret it if the price continues to appreciate, even though you've already sold one or two. So the idea is, of course, you don't want to just hold on to them forever. You do want to sell your sets, and then you take that money and you reinvest in new sets and current sets, and then you can make more money over time. So good luck, and if you have any questions, put a comment below. I'd love to talk to you with you more about your Lego investing. Take care.